Hello everyone, what is going on? The trend edition where you don't miss a trend around the world. You ever been told you're not welcome someplace? I have. My ex-girlfriend's sister's bedroom. Did you know there are places on the planet that you're not allowed to go to? Some you might get permission to, but it may take you a long time. You're gonna have to jump through a bunch of hoops. This is a brand new video, but we have some subject to this in the past, but those really focus on comedians and gaming videos. But those getting videos today is about forbidden places for whatever reason you can't visit. It has nothing to do with state secrets or anything like that. Alright, let's see what we found. Number 10, Heard Island Volcano in Australia. Heard Island Volcano is in the middle of the ocean close to Antarctica, and for some reason Australia owns it. It's like right between Madagascar and Antarctica. It's way out there, and this is one of the most remote territories in the world. It is home to seals and birds, including those 007 penguins. It is also home to more than 40 glaciers, which is very interesting and probably would be nice to see, but it's forbidden to go here. This wasn't always forbidden. However though, in 2000, researchers noticed a huge lava flow coming from the island massive volcano, and they figured it's just a matter of time before this thing blows up. Another reason they closed it down, the place has horrible weather and rugged terrain. The chance of you getting hurt in an environment like this are really high, and considering how remote it is with no airstrip, you will be like a 2-week sail away from the nearest major landmass and a legit hospital. So you'll probably end up dying there and become food for the penguin birds. Number 9 on the list, we have the Doomsday Seed Vault in Norway. The Doomsday Vault is a seed bank in the heart of the Arctic. This is the underground secret vault that houses seed in case some global crisis or catastrophic kills off all the plants. Let's say we get another asteroid that kills most of us, like the dinosaurs. In the event some people survive and the climate gets back to normal, we can go to the vault and get the seeds and get the Amazon pumping oxygen again. Sure, the chances of this happening is quite low, but if you think it's impossible, keep in mind they actually made 6 Sharknado movies. The vault is only open to special guests on specific days. Requests are put in months in advance, and I read one article that said it involves a background check, and it's normally only given to scientists, politicians, and journalists. Alright, number 8 on the list is the Vatican City. The Vatican City has been around a long time and has always been a secretive place. Sure, they have tours in some of the more common areas, but some parts of the place are so secretive, only a handful of people know what's going on. They're one of these places in the secret arches where they store documents related to the Catholic Church and its good and bad history. Some of them date back as far as the 8th century. This place is reported so big it has 53 miles of shelves, and entrance so strictly forbidden for anyone who's not a researcher, a scholar, or has some kind of special permission for access to this place. It includes documents like Martin Luther King excommunication, a letter from Mary Queen of Scots written while she was waiting for her execution, and a letter from Michelangelo to the Pope Julius II. Yeah, this place has some history, and you don't get to see it. Number 7 on the list, we have the Fukushima Exclusion Zone in Japan. So in 2011, Japan had a problem with one of their nuclear plants. This was so bad they told everyone for almost 20 miles around the plant to leave and don't eat fish for a while. This was so bad. How bad, you ask? The only one that was far worse was nuclear disaster go far as back as Chernobyl, and people still don't live there, and that thing melted down in 1986 when ALF was still the hottest thing on television. You heard of Ghost Town, this is Ghost City. I apologize for the limited pictures and video on this one, and actually others on this list. Just the nature of the subject makes footage hard to get, at least stuff I could use some serious copyright stuff on them, and I'm not going to use them because I don't want to get in trouble. The fact is, this was a nuclear disaster on an epic scale, and right now nature is overtaking that place again. The pictures that you can see that are copyrighted show foliage and bushes and everything. Reclaiming all the buildings in the land is pretty interesting, a lot like what's going on in Chernobyl. Number 6, the Mausoleum of the First Qin, Emperor Genshin Wang. So everyone knows about the terracotta army that these dudes right here, they were unearthed in 1974. and scientists are still working on them. You can see them and they give tours. You probably can snatch a high five or selfie from one of them if you ain't a scientist, but at least you get to see them. What you might not know about this, there's another mausoleum with more of these dudes that was discovered around the same time that Shinshin Wong tomb is a place where entry is forbidden and the tomb hasn't been evacuated yet. Opponents of evacuation believe that the current technologies couldn't preserve anything that the tomb holds. Therefore, access is forbidden to everyone. They're just waiting for the right technology to come that will enable them to excavate it without doing any damage whatsoever. Number 5. Pravika Prana Czech Republic. This is Europe's largest natural sandstone arc. Pravika Prana is one of the most visited attractions in the Czech Republic, at least it used to be in the early 1980s. They decided to make it forbidden place, and there's a whole park with hiking trails all around, and it is a good size park. You're able to see the arc, you just gotta hike up to it. You just can't cross it or get too close. The reason for the ban is simple. The Czech Republic felt this was getting too many visitors, and this could have led to the collapse, like erosion of the arc. So to reduce the erosion of the landmark, tourists can see it from afar, but they can't climb onto it like they used to. So no more cool pictures of you hanging off on an arc or something like that. You get a picture of the arc, you gotta Photoshop yourself into it or something, I guess. Now here's the real bummer. Geologists have now determined that it's going to collapse in the not too distant future anyway, so they can slow it down, but it's still not gonna happen. Just make sure you're not in one of these benches underneath it when it does go. Number 4, Chapel of the Ark of the Covenant, Ethiopia. So when Moses went up in the mountains to talk to the big man, he gave Moses 2 tablets with some information on them. Basically, there were 10 rules on how not to be on an a-hole in civilized society. The Chapel of the Ark of the Covenant contains 2 stone tablets that God gave Moses, containing 10 commandments that is reported to have some other artifacts in there, but they are all second-rate trinkets compared to the 10 commandments. Only one priest is allowed to view the ark. If anyone else does it, it is claimed that they will be implored or explode, or maybe just a bad rash, who knows. I didn't buy the Ark of Covenant. It's supposed to be made of the finest gold. If what Sister Norrin and Indiana Jones said is correct, if they were, this thing is worth millions. Even without the 10 commandments, the only thing guarding it is a 5-foot blue fence. I don't buy it. Those things should be buried at the bottom of the ocean, or something like that on 24 armed guard with a tank. I don't buy it anyway. They say that this little building holds the 10 commandments. No pictures of them exist. One of these periods has a cell phone photo though. Go in there, take a picture. I didn't employ. Look at this, see? You didn't employ? Or do you have a rash? Number 3 on the list is Poveglia Island in Italy. I found out about this island watching the YouTube channel yesterday. You guys should check it out. They did a video about this place. Those dudes went there when they heard what I'm about to tell you about this place. You're probably wondering, what the heck is wrong with these dudes? Why would they go there? This is a small island located near Venice in the Venetian Lagoon, and is where they used to store victims of the plague and the insane when it was plague courting station. And the tiny island is said to have hosted over 160,000 infected people living out their final days alone on the island. I mean alone. No family. Dogs, pets, nothing. Or anyone that likes them. Just a whole bunch of people with the plague like a dime a dozen. It is said about 50 of the soil on the island consists of human remains. Wow. When it was a mental hospital, it is said that people were tortured, sort of like Thanksgiving at my brother's ex-girlfriend's place. You betcha. It is forbidden to go to, and nobody's allowed to step foot on it. You can't get too close, but people still do occasionally, but you're not supposed to. I wouldn't. Number 2, Room 39, North Korea. Room 39 is a secret organization associated with the dynasty of the North Korean dictators of the Kim family. I know it's called Room 39, but it's actually a building or compound. I also read one thing that said it has several locations. Regardless, you're not supposed to be in North Korea in the first place, much less this building. The department is believed to finance the family and top party officials' business ventures. If you want to call it business ventures, then go ahead. but they do counterfeit and drug smuggling the actual headquarters from room 39. It is thought to be located inside the ruling Workers' Party building in the capital city of Pyongyang. This is where all the bad stuff goes, and these are supposed to be like an evil organization. And this building is where it all goes down. If you look at it too long, someone comes out and talks to you and probably takes you away. Number 1, White Gentlemen's Club in England. United Kingdom located on St. James Street in central London. White Gentlemen's Club is the most traditional and exclusive gentlemen's club in the world. This is a type of place that doesn't have a sign. You have to be in the know, so to speak, to know it if it's even there. If you want to be a member, a current member has to submit your name. You have to be a man of status. The club was established in 1693 and has some terribly important men as members and has maintained the male-only policy. Up to this day, some of the current members of this highly prestigious club are, for example, Prince Charles, Prince William, David Niven. Well, he's dead now, but he was a current member until he died. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of other dudes that have Duke, Earl, Baron, and Prince before the name. Like I said, it's very, very exclusive club type. A place where you like only Rolls Royce with the driver drop-off members type, you know? Ferraris and stuff, Subarus, Mercedes, you name it all. Well, that's today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed. And, comment below and tell me what was your favorite. If I was a member of the all-white gentlemen's club, I probably have a Ferrari, tuxedos every day, and, self-airplanes. Well, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more content. Thank you guys so much.